Hi everyone, and welcome to our first Meet the Team episode. Today we're sitting down with Laura, the founder and managing director of Opus Vita. Hi Laura.
Hi.
For anyone that might be new to the community, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so my name's Laura. I've always had a huge passion for animals. Never saw this in my sort of career opportunities in the future, but that's where life's brought me. So
Yeah, it's not one that you usually think of, oh, I'm going to work with spiders.
No, but I'm glad that I have. So I've got a family. I've got 4 children, a wife, and 2 dogs, 2 cats, hundreds of spiders, a western hognose snake, and yeah.
So let's start at the beginning. What inspired you to start Opus Vita?
There's sort of multiple things really. I think the first thing, probably the most significant thing that sort of inspired this business, was when I was recovering after a period of illness, and I wanted to get back into work, but it was quite difficult for me at the time. So I wanted something that would keep my mind sort of quite calm, and something that I could pop on my desk. To be completely honest, the first thing I thought of was a fish tank. And it was just having something, because I worked in a completely different sector, and it was a tough job, and my mental health suffered because of that, but I really wanted to keep going. But I knew that sort of mixing my love of animals, taking care of things, and just creating really, having something on my desk to look after and keep my focus really, was kind of what started it. And I've kept invertebrates, I've kept exotics, all sorts of things over the years. And I remembered coming across jumping spiders in particular quite a long time ago, and it just felt right. I just did loads and loads of research, kept my own, kept my pets, and then it just kind of happened. I think it was more of a bit of a local community at first. People were asking questions and asking if I could help them, and it started off like that really, a little bit of decor here and there in my spare time, and it grew.
Nice. So when you first launched the business, did you imagine it would grow into what it is today?
Absolutely not, no. To be completely honest, it wasn't my main job, and it started as a bit of a hobby and a bit of a sideline kind of thing. Never particularly set out to make a huge amount of money from it. It was more so something that was good for my mental health. So we weren't really sort of focused on the business side of things. But my wife has I think it's 25 years in e-commerce experience, and whilst I was working alongside another job, this just took off, and it got to the point where I kind of thought, what am I doing? Why don't I do something that I really, really love, really passionate about, and sort of share this passion and interest with other people really. So no, I didn't see it growing this big at all. And then to have the team around me that I've got today, I mean, there's 7 of us now.
Yeah.
And more to come, and some changes to be made in the near future. No, never saw it getting this big, but I'm glad it has.
I remember when I first started, it wasn't as big as what it is now, was it?
No. It's grown
Massively. Okay. So what was one of the biggest challenges you faced in the beginning?
Probably, I'd say time and space. I think when you are just sort of setting out on a new business, regardless of what that business is, especially if it's not your first sort of source of income, it's finding the time to really dedicate to what you're passionate about. And I think there becomes a bit of a window of time where you have to just make that jump, and you have to sort of take a risk. And with that risk, I think it's also then you take the risk, and then as it grows, especially with Opus Vita, as it's grown so quickly, so hugely, and we haven't kind of we haven't pushed the things that I thought that we would need to push. So I think for Opus Vita, it's what's grown really fast has been down to sort of like our community, our products, our brand, and then the team around us as well. And once you reach a point where things are starting to grow and you do make that leap and say, right, okay, this is it, I'm dedicating all my time to this now, it's then going, okay, we don't have the space. And we've built multiple house extensions to try and cater for everything. And it's still not big enough.
Yeah. The space of struggle is real.
Space and time, yeah.
Okay, brilliant. So for those who don't see what go on behind the scenes, what does a typical day as a managing director actually look like?
So it varies every day, and that's part of what I love about it, actually. I'd say pretty much the basic stuff on a day-to-day basis is obviously animal care. From the minute I get myself into the office, it's just checking over everybody, making sure everybody's okay, feeding, misting, just general kind of clean up, husbandry, that kind of thing. Then it's pretty much straight on to customer queries, customer feedback, that kind of thing. And then it's printing mountains and mountains of orders. And I remember in the early days kind of literally being the only one doing everything. And, you know, my wife looking after sort of like the back end side of things, like keeping the website running and logistically making sure that couriers are turning up when they're supposed to be, making sure our postage prices are reasonable, that kind of stuff. And then for me, it was kind of literally everything that goes into running Opus Vita that my wife doesn't do. And it's still pretty much the same now, but because there's more of us, it's a bit more of a shared workload.
Yeah.
So it's much more manageable, and it gives each of us as individuals the opportunity to kind of branch out and do our own things.
Yeah, we kind of do our own jobs and learn everyone else's jobs at the same time.
Absolutely, yeah. Real team effort, which I love.
Yeah, we have a great team. Okay, so what makes Opus Vita different from other businesses in the hobby?
I don't think we're massively different in the fact that we obviously breed and sell jumping spiders, but I think the difference with us is our size. I think we're really, really proud of not only our breeding line, but also the products that we put out there. We've worked really, really hard, and we've been doing this long enough now that we've kind of refined our processes when it comes to even down to sort of enclosure design, or, you know, hand making the rope bridges that are, you know, really popular, that kind of thing. I think maybe what makes us different is that we are really fortunate enough to have the time and the manpower, woman power, to kind of
who needs a man
to kind of execute everything we do to the best of our abilities. And I'm not saying that others don't, but I think we're just really fortunate that we can dedicate all day, every day to this, and we absolutely do.
Yeah. So. Yeah, we could be sitting there eating our dinner and we're still answering your questions. So, yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so you've launched some incredible products over the years. Is there a particular enclosure or product that you're specifically proud of?
I think pretty much everything that we have available now, probably for the reasons that I just sort of mentioned, I'm quite proud of, because they've all been through different versions. So again, for example, the rope bridges, the version 1 of the rope bridges, we would have been completely different to how they look now. Everything down to the sealant we used, to the glues that we've tested and tried, hundreds of glues, the colours, everything like that. So I think pretty much everything that we put out there at the moment, I'm really proud of, because anything that we're not so proud of, or doesn't work as well, or we can't tweak well enough to kind of fit our brand and, you know, the quality that we want to put out there, we don't continue selling. So I think maybe the brand is what I'm proud of. Yeah.
Okay. So one thing our community loves is our breeding program. So what does the program mean to you, and what are your goals for it moving forward?
So the breeding program itself is the core really of the business. So it means an awful lot to me and to all of us, I think. And we all now know all of our spiders and get involved in sort of the decision making when it comes to who we pair, who ends up as a show spider, who ends up being sold, all that kind of thing. We all have a bit of an input now because, again, our spiders are lucky because there's so many of us. They're never left alone. There's always somebody in there, you know, checking, handling, feeding, everything like that. So I think it definitely means a lot, not just to me, but to everybody. And plans for the future, I think pretty much is going to be continue doing what we're doing, because I have branched out into a few different species before. And it's been fun, it's been great, but I think what we know and what we do really well is our sort of core locales, our core species and that kind of thing. And because now we're on a few generations down with our breeding lines, we do introduce new spiders to sort of mix up bloodlines and things every so often. But because we have it really sorted when it comes to the best of the best, I think pretty much it's just going to be continue doing what we're doing. I would like some more orange spiders in. I'm desperate for some orange spiders, so maybe that's
our little Aggie. She's beautiful. Okay, so what's been your proudest Opus Vita moment so far?
Actually, probably seeing everybody at the most recent show that we did, the Invert convention that we did. It's a real change in mindset when you kind of a fly. That's typical.
No, that was a bee.
I was a bee. Okay, not one of my flies then. Seeing it's being able to organise an event and have everybody turn up, and to be able to stand back and look at everybody working and just think everyone seems happy, everyone seems to be having fun, customers are interacting, they seem to be having fun, and just being able to stand back and just be proud of everything that we've achieved, and being excited about what's to come as well.
Yeah, that show was really fun. It was lovely meeting all different people as well. That was nice. So, okay, let's talk spiders. So how did your passion for jumping spiders begin?
I don't even think it was just jumping spiders, to be honest with you. Ever since I was 6, I just remember just loving bugs in general. I was one of those children that was always in the mud, trying to pick out the wood lice, making them little houses for them, trying to feed them, probably not very well, but as a 6-year-old, it's kind of, you do what you do. So yeah, I don't think my passion for jumping spiders is sort of unique. I think it's more so just animals, insects in general. Always loved it. I love that bee that just flew past.
She really does.
Yeah, it's just I think it's just who I am.
Yeah, I can vouch for that. I think my earliest memory of you is some sort of bug related thing. I'm pretty sure. Okay, do you have a favorite species?
Species is definitely Phidippus regis, locale Everglades.
Okay. Do you have a favourite spider that you've ever owned?
Yeah, and that's exactly actually why I would say Everglades. So Margot, who was my favourite spider.
I don't think I ever met Margot.
No, she was an absolute lunatic and not particularly typical of Phidippus regis in the slightest, but I think that's why I loved her most, was because she was
unique.
She was completely different, and I never bred from her because she was just so special. I couldn't bear for her to be hidden in a hammock for months at a time while she was raising egg sacs, so I kept her, and she was just my pet. So yeah, Margot, and that's why I like Everglades, because they remind me of her.
We'll have to dig out a picture of Margot and show you guys.
Gorgeous.
Okay, we're going to do some quick fire questions now. Okay. So first thing that comes into your mind.
Okay.
So coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Favourite Opus Vita enclosure?
Oh, that's a tough one. I want to say one of the new ones, but we haven't released it yet, so I'm just going to keep that one quiet.
Early bird or night owl?
Both.
Yeah, I'm the same. Favourite emoji?
Oh, there's a new emoji with like some big eyes. I don't even know what it is. You have to look it up. There's a new emoji with like some big eyes and a weird face. It's just like it's like a nosy emoji. I don't know what it is. Apart from that, the crying, laughing face one, because I'm constantly laughing.
If you could bring back any Opus Vita product, design, or project from the past for one day, what would it be?
For one day, I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't think there's anything one in particular I would maybe. Again, it would link to our new enclosures. So I think probably the one thing that I would bring back, we're kind of bringing back as a version 2. So I won't say too much about that because it's not released just yet.
Top secret. Top secret. Okay. Finally, what's next for Opus Vita? What can our community look forward to in the future?
A lot more social media, because there's more of us around. Some big moves. And potentially some more space.
Yes.
And some dedicated space, specifically that will enable us to produce more of everything, including content, which I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And before we finish, is there anything you'd like to say to our Opus Vita community?
It's probably a bit cliche, but just thank you. Thank you for making this possible. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for all of your feedback. It's just wonderful. And when we reply to your messages and your emails and your WhatsApp, we really do mean everything we say, whether that's me or one of the team responding, could be any of us. We all really do care, and we're all really passionate, and we all really love sharing this journey with you. So thank you for making it possible.
Yeah. Right, so thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you've enjoyed getting to know Laura and hearing more about the story behind Opus Vita. If you've got any questions for Laura, you can put them in the comments and I will put them to her and we will get them answered for you. But other than that, thanks for watching and we'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks.